Soup. It's quick, it's easy, it's a bit messy at times, it's a gold mine for vaguely sexual phrases. Let's talk. Also, we're going to limit this video to just soup, not stew, and definitely not chowder. So if you want me to rant about how much better New England clam chowder is than that Manhattan shit, then you can wait a minute, because I think Manhattan clam chowder is actually a soup, so I'll talk about it later. Okay, let's start with a simple soup. Say tomato soup. As far as I know, it's just blended tomatoes. That's about it. It's blended tomatoes that are heated up. If you put a V8 in a microwave, you essentially have tomato soup. That's all there is to it. You can try to cram your grilled cheese sandwich down the neck of the bottle. It probably won't work. The bottle probably would have melted as well, but it would be tomato soup. That's it. That's as simple as that. Now that I've said that, if you drink traditional V8 cold, you might want to consider visiting your nearest psychiatric hospital for a quick evaluation. I'm not saying you're insane, but you're about 3 steps away from seeing a large Native American man throw a sink through a window. And while we're still on the topic of tomato soup, what's more iconic than Andy Warhol's painting of Campbell's tomato soup? I suppose you could say Campbell's chicken noodle soup. That's true. And that brings me to our next topic. I haven't said this yet in the video, but obviously there are so many layers of subjectivity in this type of subject matter that whoever's listening to this is probably going to have quite a few different opinions than I. That being said, Campbell's chicken noodle soup is not what it used to be. And by Campbell's chicken noodle soup, I mean Cannibal's chicken noodle soup. Because if I got left in a survival scenario with a stockpile of Campbell's chicken noodle soup and a group of other survivors, Tiny Tim ain't making it to Christmas. As you might be able to tell by my voice, I'm coming off of a cold right now, and at the beginning of my cold, I bought 4 cans of soup, 2 of Campbell's chicken noodle and 2 of Progresso chicken and rice. Not exactly comparable, but let's just say I almost chose starvation over the second can of Campbell's. But let's talk about another kind of soup, Italian wedding soup, aka meatball surprise. It's like somebody was making spaghetti and accidentally dropped their meatballs in and said, "Hey, what the hell?" And they just went for it. I'm not saying it's bad, but basically every other type of Italian food works better with meatballs than this. Meatball pizza, meatball pasta, meatballs and bread, just make a fucking sandwich. Fortunately, most people affiliate Italian weddings with The Godfather, so we give this one a pass. I suppose now's as good of a time as ever to bring up Manhattan clam chowder again. What even is it? Actually, I don't know. It's insulting to say the least. I come from New England, and it seems like New York just has to rival us in everything. First in baseball, with the Yankees versus the Red Sox, and in football with the New York Giants versus the New England Patriots. That's probably a more apt comparison. But as far as I can tell, they just took the cream out of New England clam chowder and added tomato soup. It's like they took the phrase, "You could have had a V8 too seriously," and they decided, "Oh, those cowfuckers ain't got nothing on us." That was my first time ever even attempting a Manhattan or New York accent in general, so I apologize because that's kind of where I live right now, and I'd rather not have to kill someone with my maple syrup covered ski poles. But I digress. Obviously, if tomato soup counts as a soup, something that uses tomato soup as a base should also count as a soup. If you made it this far and I haven't covered your favorite type of soup, then that's a bit tough because the last type of soup we're going to be covering in this video is alphabet soup. Yes, alphabet soup. Tomato soup with letters in it. There are few things as fun as rearranging a bowl of alphabet soup to spell your favorite word or phrase. And if that word is ooh, then it's SpaghettiOs, and you're the type of idiot that would watch a video of a guy talking about soup for 4 minutes or so. I sang soup a lot. I don't really like the word soup. It's kind of weird. It's like sup mixed with poop. I don't know why the hell I said that, but I'm leaving it in.